You know, for me, there are just a few things that I'd say are must-haves in my home theater, and probably one of the most important is the quality and comfort of the seating. And that's why today we're really excited to be checking out the new Tuscany Ultimate Luxury Edition from Valencia. They've built their entire brand by offering some of the most comfortable and high-quality theater seating on the market. So in this video, we're not only going to be talking about the chairs themselves, we're also going to be talking about some of the improvements that Valencia has made to their theater seating since the last time that we checked out their home theater chairs, and what actually sets these apart from the Premier series. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then stick around and we'll get into it right after the intro. Alright, so as I mentioned, today I'm going to be talking about some of the differences between the Oslos that we have and the new Tuscany Ultimates to try to explain why Valencia actually came out with this new model. Right off the bat, the new Tuscanys changed a few things about the old model that we feel are notable improvements. For example, the control panel, where you make most of your adjustments for the seat, isn't lit up anymore, so it's less likely to be distracting while you're watching a movie. We also noticed some other quality of life improvements, things like the new removable cup holders, which are much easier to clean compared to the old non-removable ones, USB Type-C charging for newer devices, and built-in seat memory, which we'll talk a little bit more about when we get into the layout of the new control panel. A couple of other features that I want to mention that really bring these chairs to the next level are the new 7-color RGB lights that go around the new cup holders and across the bottom of the seats. Then we have one of the biggest new upgrades to the Ultimate Editions, which is the leather. With these seats, Valencia went with real 20,000 grain Italian Napa leather that wraps around 100% of the chair, as opposed to the 11,000 grain leather of the old Tuscanys and Oslos. And the difference is immediately obvious. The new leather on these seats is nothing short of amazing. It's super soft and has this almost buttery smooth feel that you would only expect to see on something like a high-end sports car. Now that we've touched on some of the biggest differences between the Tuscany Ultimates and our Oslos, I think we should go ahead and mention some of the other things that we've come to love from Valencia seating that we've already reviewed. Like, for example, just how comfortable these seats are. Valencia uses some of this dense therapeutic foam on the bottom and back of each seat. This makes sure the cushions on these seats are very supportive, but not so firm that they'll get uncomfortable. So over time, the seats will break into a spot where they have this perfect amount of support without flattening out. At this point, we've been using the Oslos for well over a year now, and the seats have held up great. They're still really supportive and comfortable, so we're pretty confident that these chairs are going to hold up for a long time. But it's not just about the materials either. If you can't adjust a seat just right, you're never going to find that perfect comfort zone, no matter how much foam you put in the chair. That's why you get 3 separate adjustments that you can make with the Tuscanys. The first button here on the control panel lets you recline the whole seat, which is very smooth and quiet thanks to the mechanism Valencia uses, and again, the super soft leather. Next, there's also an adjustment for the lumbar support, which can adjust out far enough to support your lower back for hours on end. You know, if lumbar isn't done properly, it can get uncomfortable after a while, but Valencia made it work really well here, just like they did with the Oslos. And of course, with the Ultimates, you get Valencia's awesome adjustable powered headrest, which, to be completely honest, is something I don't think I could live without, especially since I've gotten so used to it. And I think this may be a good segue into just how well these chairs actually fit me. I'm 6'2", 210 pounds, and when I sit in these chairs, they fit me a little bit better than the Oslos do. My feet don't hang off the ends as far, and my head is in a more natural position compared to the headrest. I believe the main reason for this is these chairs are slightly bigger than the Oslos. As you can see here, fully extended, all of the dimensions are bigger with the Ultimate Edition. But I think the main thing to look at is the fully extended length, which is actually about 3.5 inches longer. Now, this may not sound like a whole lot, but for me, it seems to make quite a bit of difference on how these chairs feel compared to the Oslos. Other than the main adjustments, we also have 2 USB ports on the control panel, one USB Type-A and one USB Type-C for whatever charging cord you may have. We also get 2 new buttons. The H button is used to return the chair to its home position, and it also doubles as a way to turn the lights on and off by tapping it twice. Next, the I button is used for setting and using the seat memory. This is another feature that lots of people have been requesting from Valencia for quite a while now, and we're really happy to see that they've decided to implement it into these new chairs. Aside from that, I also want to mention just how good these chairs look. I've always liked the way the regular Tuscany seats looked, and obviously I think the Oslos look great in our theater as well. But the Tuscany Ultimates managed to do it even better and take these chairs to a whole new level. For example, the new perforated leather on the bottom and back of these seats, which adds to the overall comfort of these chairs, but as a bonus, the perforated material also helps with ventilation and breathability. I also really like the black chrome cup holders, as well as the French diamond stitched pattern that I really want to point out here, because to me the double stitched pattern looks quite a bit better, and I think it adds an overall high-end look to these chairs. And it's all done in this super high quality matte black leather. I also think this would be a good time to mention that the big leather flap on the back, which we have on our Oslo chairs, has been replaced with a fixed piece of wood wrapped in this same leather, which I think is a huge improvement because it looks a lot cleaner and you don't have to worry about getting the material pulled tight when you're trying to assemble the seats. Another really big improvement that I really like is the new 7-color RGB lighting that I mentioned earlier. With our Oslo chairs, we actually went ahead and added some Govee RGB LED light strips because the blue LED light strips that came in the chairs, they're just kind of boring. But with the 7-color LEDs you get with the Ultimate seats, you can pretty much always match them to any lighting in your room. We also have these folding armrests, which open up into these large storage areas, which are deep enough to store things like tablets, laptops, or whatever else you might want to keep close at hand in the seat. They're lined with this super plush velour on the inside, and the arms of the chairs are held open with these really nice gas shocks, which makes it really convenient for accessing things on the inside, like some of Valencia's accessories. Say for example the carbon fiber looking table trays, stainless steel wine glass holders, or even tablet holders. Now at this point, I thought I'd found the perfect home theater chair, if there is such a thing. But unfortunately, we did stumble across an issue that we thought we should point out, which is the cup holders. Or to be more specific, the size of the cup holders. And what I mean by that is, I use these large 40-ounce tumblers most of the time to drink my water. And as you can see, when you try to lift these cups out, the cup holder stays on the tumbler. Obviously, this is just a byproduct of having the removable cup holders. So my solution was to use it without the cup holder insert, and it seemed to work perfectly. But of course, if you're not trying to use these huge cups like I do, you're not even going to run into this problem. With that said, it may be obvious that we really like these chairs. They're some of the most luxurious and highest quality home theater chairs that we've ever had the opportunity to check out. But of course, to get chairs at this level, you're going to have to pay a premium. But I think if you're in the market for a seat like this, you're probably already aware of that, so it shouldn't come as any kind of a surprise. Now, if you're considering purchasing a set of Valencia theater seats, you have a couple of options. You can either set up the chairs like we did, which is actually a pretty time-consuming and physical process, and you also have to worry about disposing of all the packing material, and make no mistake, there's a lot of packing material. But if you don't want to go through that hassle, you can also order them through Valencia's white glove delivery service, which will add some time to the delivery and about $300 to your order. But in turn, you'll have professional installers set the chairs up in your space, dispose of all of the packing material so you don't have to worry about it, and then you can just enjoy your chairs. And of course, you always have a lot of different ways to set up your chairs while you're making your order. Valencia has always been really great at giving you a lot of options when it comes to getting different accessories like the ones we showed here, or even in customizing your seats with your own colors of leather, custom embroidered decals, and so on. You can do a lot of these things from Valencia's online 3D customizer. You can see on the screen what our dream chairs look like, but unfortunately at this time, this can't be done with the Tuscany Ultimates. But Valencia has assured us that it's coming soon, and it will be available sometime in the near future. Of course, for now, if you want to customize your own Tuscany Ultimate seating, then you can also work with Valencia directly to place an order over the phone or email to get exactly what you want. And with that said, I think it's time to wrap up this video. We want to give a big thanks to Valencia for sending these chairs out to us and for supporting our channel, which is something that we really appreciate. So make sure you go ahead and check out their website at the link in the description. And you can also check out some of our other reviews on the Oslos that we have in our theater right now. Thank you all for watching, and as always, have an awesome day.